Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. We are here on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. So I'm not sure what I'm going to talk about in today's video, but I'm going to do my best to make it as good as it can possibly be. Man, coming back on this game makes me get so nostalgic, the same way that people get nostalgic over the original Modern Warfare 2. So if you guys didn't watch the Game Awards, there was a segment that occurred throughout the show where Christopher Judge, he came out to the stage because he was going to present the award. He was going to announce the nominees for the Best Performance Award. He mentioned how he didn't want to go on and give such a long speech, kind of like what he did the last time he was at the Game Awards. I think he was referring to that time where he gave like an 8 to 9 minute speech or something like that. And then he decided to throw shade at Call of Duty by saying that his speech that he gave a while back was longer than this year's Call of Duty campaign. And then he went to top it off by saying that that's a company that he'll never work with again. I remember seeing the reactions all over Twitter, like people were a lot of people were really digging the joke, but then some people within Call of Duty, especially the actors who took part in putting together the Call of Duty campaigns, they were none too happy, which was expected because they just can't take a joke. I saw that one tweet that Barry Sloan posted on his Twitter where he mentioned how like Christopher Judge, apparently he writes his own material. Apparently Christopher Judge, he writes his own material and then went to call him talented but with a clown emoji right next to it, and I'm just like, so what? At least it's funny. Like, with all due respect, at least it's funny. I don't know, just seeing some of the Call of Duty devs make it a big fuss about Christopher Judge's comments, it's just like, dude, he's just calling it for what it is. Like, I don't understand why y'all gotta get so upset over it. I mean, it's a fact. This year's Call of Duty campaign wasn't even that long. It was a bare bones campaign that was rushed and was nowhere near the quality of past campaigns that we gotten over the last several years. Because if you really look at it, the last Call of Duty campaign we got that was actually good was Modern Warfare 2019. Black Ops Cold War's campaign was pretty good, but not at the quality that Infinity Ward usually puts their campaigns together. Vanguard was utterly forgettable. Modern Warfare 2's campaign was good, albeit not great. And then you look at Modern Warfare 3's campaign, which was just very underwhelming. Dude, this is the third chopper gunner I've gotten. What the fuck is going on here? First game on and I got 135 kills. Dude, playing on this map is so easy. I honestly think the Call of Duty devs need to, like, relax and understand that, like, look, these titles that are getting promoted every single year and advertised the way that they have been, they're just not as cracked up as Activision makes them out to be. Like, we just gotta call a spade a spade. Like, you look at Modern Warfare 2, that game was being marketed as like the newest era in Call of Duty history, with it getting the biggest post-launch support in history and all this other marketing BS, and as a result the game had so much potential that was wasted because the devs were too goddamn stubborn to make it better. But really, if anything, I genuinely believe that the Call of Duty devs, like, they need to take a step back and realize, okay, maybe he's right. Like, these games are not living up to the quality that it should be. We should be pointing the fingers at Activision because they're not allowing us to have all the time that we need to make these games live up to the hype and to the quality that we like it to. But that isn't the case nowadays, which is a shame. Obviously, prior to the launch of Season 1 for Modern Warfare 3, we saw the roadmap for what we could expect in terms of content distribution, and it looked stacked. Like, it really looked very stacked. Clear that Modern Warfare 3 was only given a year and a half of development time, so Sledgehammer, they really had to crunch in order for this game to be at a serviceable state for the player. With all the content that was shown in that Season 1 roadmap, I couldn't help but think to myself, had Modern Warfare 3 been given the 3-year development time that every other Call of Duty has been given prior, would we still have gotten that same amount of content in that roadmap? Would that roadmap for Season 1 had looked as stacked as it did? I think we would have gotten even less content in that roadmap had the game been given a 3-year dev time. Because I'm willing to bet that had this game been given 3 years of development time, Sledgehammer wanted to go all out with releasing as much content as they possibly could for the launch of MW3, but because they were only given a year and a half of dev time and they had to crunch, they had to hold off on releasing this amount of content for their season 1 launch. But this is just me theorizing. I'm not entirely sure if we would have gotten a completely different roadmap for season 1 than what we had been advertised. I'm not sure. I'm almost positive we would have seen even less content be advertised for season 1 of multiplayer. I mean, if you look at the roadmap for season 1 of Modern Warfare 2, the content that was advertised for multiplayer specifically looked so bare bones in comparison to what was advertised for Warzone. It was such a huge slap in the face to us, especially when we buy a new Call of Duty, we spend the majority of our time playing multiplayer. So the fact that we weren't advertised to get that much content for season 1 of that game, it really set a precedent of what was to come in the life cycle of that game. I am glad to see that that is a completely different case with season 1 of Modern Warfare 3, and I'm hoping that Sledgehammer, they end up being consistent with their content distribution like what they have done with season 1. So far, they've released so much content for that game that I'm hoping that they're able to keep it up and do the same with later seasons of MW3. And for anybody who's curious, I do not have Modern Warfare 3. I don't own the game, so I'm forced to play Modern Warfare 2019. Then again, I don't have a problem playing this game if I'm being honest with y'all. From what I've seen in terms of feedback for Modern Warfare 3 so far, a lot of people seem to really enjoy how the game has been handled, the content distribution, the changes that are made to weapon balancing, footstep audio, all this kind of stuff. Like, a lot of people seem to be really receptive to the changes that Sledgehammer has been making. And that's good because I want to see people enjoy Call of Duty even though it's never going to go back to how it was back in the day. I still want to see people enjoy Call of Duty to some extent, so it is nice to see that Sledgehammer is doing their best to ensure that the experience for everybody is for the better, even though they can always do better. I just wish we didn't have to wait an entire year to finally get a more fixed, more refined, more smooth version of Modern Warfare 2, but unfortunately Infinity Ward, the heads over at that studio, they don't care about their fans. They don't care about what we want, so they're happy with the game that they made even though it's not the game that the consumer wanted. But it is what it is. I'm glad that game is in the rear view and everybody is here enjoying Modern Warfare 3 as is. But I want to know from you guys, what do you make of the news surrounding Christopher Judge and him roasting Call of Duty at the Game Awards? Did you like the joke? Did you not like the joke? Or are you just like in between? But also, I want to know, what do you guys make of Modern Warfare 3 so far? Are you enjoying the game? Are you not enjoying the game? What are some of the things that you have liked in Season 1? What are some of the things that you don't like that you would like to see be improved upon or at least adjusted? Let me know in the comments down below. I want to know what you guys have to say. But anyways, guys, I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like on it. And if you enjoyed this type of content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that bell notification so you can be notified when I have uploaded my newest video. But until then, thank you all so much for watching. It's been your boy Discreet, and I'll catch you in the next video.